Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on Who Will You Marry. And even before we get into this reading, I do want to announce that 27th September I will be offering my Rider-Waite Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot from me, you can definitely sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on my Instagram. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can do the same. You can also come get your birth chart read from me as a part of your reading. And yeah, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And now let's begin the reading on Who Will You Marry. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have our Trionfi della Luna Tarot. Pile number 2, we have our Edmund Dulac Tarot. And pile number 3, we have a Hermetic Tarot deck. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the tap sound for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you are interested in learning from me, if you are interested in getting a tarot reading from me, you can definitely send me an email to get more details, and I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Trionfi della Luna Tarot, this is your reading on Who Will You Marry. And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce that 27th of September, I will be offering my Rider-Waite Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning Rider-Waite Smith Tarot from me, you can send me an email to get more details. And you can do the same if you want a personal reading from me. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And now let's begin this reading on Who Will You Marry. Okay, pile number 1, we have the Sun, the Star. We have 5 of Wands, the Hermit. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. We have 8 of Cups, the Hangman, and we have the 5 of Swords. There's a lot of this 5 energy. We have the 5 of Wands, Pentacles, and we have the 5 of Swords. You will be meeting the person that you will marry after a lot of disappointments and difficulties, but you sort of have to understand that this was the journey you had to take to really realize who you are. So pile number 1, you are my pile where getting married early would not be advisable. I think it's better that you get married late. Even if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you will still have a better marriage at a later age than if you were to do it sooner. And there's a lot of soul searching over here. There's a lot of you finding yourself. And only by finding yourself will you sort of unlock meeting the person that you will marry. And this is a strong karmic soulmate sort of an energy. So I think there are certain things that you have to do before you meet your person. And yes, there is this urgency and desperation, but the more you sort of overcome it by your own dedicated hard work and sort of redirecting that energy to where it needs to be, I think that is going to benefit you more than just cribbing and crying about not meeting your person. And the reading starts with the Sun card. So despite all of this difficulties that you've experienced, your person will sort of enlighten you. And enlighten you in a way that is very liberating for you. The love of your future spouse will really help you sort of, in a way, reach moksha or nirvana, if that is really your soul's purpose over here. And only you would know that very well. Yet, even if it's not that, it would still feel like a very divine sort of a love. So it's a very spiritual kind of a love that you will be having. And what is our sun? Our sun is a star. And we have the star card too. And this is a very interesting star card where, she's sort of being eaten alive, but, she's still sort of praying to the stars. So there is intensity here. There is a lot of, all or nothing sort of an energy. And your person will also be like a mirror reflection of you. There will be like just the opposite. Maybe if you like eating sweet things, they would like eating spicy things. If you're very harmonious, they would be very aggressive. So there's a very interesting contrast that you will have with your energy and theirs, and it'll be just very, you will sort of be like the polar opposites, but it's because you are the polar opposites, you fit together perfectly. So, and I do think you will like have a lot of egoic arguments in a way where I think both of y'all are going to be really focused on making the money to get into the coinage, and I think it'll sort of be a ego thing, who makes more money in the relationship, but in like a healthy sports sort of a way. So that's the sort of dynamic you will be having with your future spouse. And you both are equals, you know, they're showing up in the sun energy, you're showing up in the stars energy. So you haven't probably met someone or things haven't worked out because your gravitational pull is a lot more intense and a lot more in terms of the area it covers than someone who's not an equal match. And I'm hearing Jupiter and Saturn. So, you know, you're meant to be with someone who will really balance out your expansive, vast energy. And I think you also sort of do need that. But I think once you sort of provide yourself the slow, steady grounding, I think your person will just come in easier. So the things that you're looking for in your partner, maybe those are the things that you need to satiate within yourself, and only then will you be able to attract in the partner with those traits that you're trying to seek outside yourself but you're not able to find within. So there's a very clear message over here for those things. And I think solitude is your best friend. And I do think solitude is your best friend. I think the more alone time you have, the more it will fuel your soul and it will relight your lamp. And I think the more you need to just learn to honor your cycles and what you feel like doing, what you not feel like doing. I think there's a very clear distinction over here in really knowing who you are, because once you know who you are, you will not sort of be so swayed by external circumstances, and you do sort of have to be in very powerful energy by the time you meet your person. I do think that is sort of important over here, because there are going to be conflicts, but like I said, you will always be victorious. And I think the more you give, and I do think a lot of y'all are here to provide service, to really give service to people. And I think the more you're able to do that, easier it will become for you to even magnetize whatever you want and need to yourself without doing much. So I think everything is really connected for you. And if you're blocked in one area of your life, you're probably blocked in all areas. So I think the more you realize this, the more you are able to pivot and navigate yourself to your true north. That can also shift from time to time. The easier and the more accessible life will get for you, including meeting the person that you're going to be marrying. And like I said, your person is going to be the literal polar opposite of you. And there's going to be a lot of intensity here. You will make each other very mad also. You know, you will drive each other crazy also. So there is sort of that very intense love, passionate kind of an energy. If that's what you're looking for, you will find that with your person. And I do think you will be, it's just going to be you and your partner. I don't think you're going to have like a big social circle. I don't think those are the things that is something that you want anywhere. So you will be able to have, you know, maybe a very small circle of people around you. If at all that's what you want at all. So you will feel very content with your person, and your person will feel very content with you, and you wouldn't really have to look outside to look for anything at all. You know, you will be finding all the comforts and securities within your love. There's a lot of this Saturnian energy that I honestly feel with the Eight of Cups, which is Saturn and Pisces, and the Hangman, which is the Neptune card. There's a lot of this Saturnine depths that you have to traverse through, and I do think it's been a long time for you to sort of clear out all this. But I think the more you're able to surrender, I think the easier it will be for you to navigate and even see the light within, even in the in like the depths, because that is what is required. You need to see the truth of things beneath it all. I'm getting strong eighth house energy over here, so there's a lot of this need to really open your eyes and truly see things the way they are instead of the way you want them to be. And that itself is going to be liberating. And I know I'm going off topic over here, but I do think it's in solving these mysteries that you will be able to unlock the person that you will be marrying. And I do think after marriage, your person will be accelerating your spiritual, mystical growth. And you will be helping each other even with your practices. So it's going to be a very harmonious spiritual sort of a marriage that you're going to be having with your person. It's going to be conventional in the way that you will have your partner, but it'll sort of be very unconventional in the way where, yes, you will be doing material worldly things, but that's not sort of going to be the focus of your relationship. The focus of your relationship is going to be these higher spiritual truths that you will be helping each other unlock and even triggering each other to really expand your consciousness to the greatest of its limits and its abilities. And I think that is what is going to help you further catapult yourself into the kind of growth and happiness that is truly meant for you. I number one. And like I said, it is in the giving. I think the more you give, the more you will get in this lifetime. And being selfless, just providing acts of service, that's what you're really here to do. Strong Virgo, 6th house, Rahu energy. So look at that in your birth chart. Even 5th house I'm getting over here. But I think you could have an empty 7th house. So yes, relationships are going to be important, but it's not the core reason for your birth in this lifetime. I think you've had a lot of relationships in the past and you're sort of here to maybe close up that karma and, close up that tab basically. So again, your person is only going to come in later when you're closing in all the chapters and really sealing the deal, so to speak, over here. I think the more you confront your fears and truly become fearless and sort of integrate those parts within yourself, you will truly meet your person. It'll be much easier for you to meet your person that way. We have justice behind the deck, so knowing what you know now, pile number one, you cannot dilly-dally, and that goes for everything. Once you have certain information, even if it's not the nicest thing, you still have to accept it and use that info and do the right thing. Because there is a certain amount of karmic balance that is required at your end to sort of, like I said, unlock your person. It does feel like that. It feels like I'm playing a video game and I'm trying to unlock the prize. But it's sort of a quest of the self. It's not so much about a quest of love over here. It is sort of about you. And only when you know yourself will your partner be able to reflect those parts back to you, but in the opposite form. So I think the better you make peace with the parts of yourself that you don't like, the easier it will be for you to accept the person that you will be marrying. I'm seeing a lot of green, so there's going to be a lot of heart activation for you, and heart is the bridge, right? It is the bridge through the upper chakras and the lower chakras, and the more you allow yourself to feel, whether it be whatever that is coming up. I think the easier it will be for you to, like I said, integrate these parts of yourself. So it'll be easier for you to be with the person that you will be marrying. Yes, you will love this person, but you will also hate this person in a way where, you sort of do hate yourself, right? The parts of yourself that you really don't like, or certain habits that you have. Your person will really be a mirror reflection. You will get what you have been asking for. It's just, it's going to sort of have a catch. And I think the more you are good with yourself, the better your marriage will be. You're definitely here to, again, walk away from these deep karmic patterns that have even been playing out in your family. So be aware of that as well. And there's only so much you can do. So accept your limitations. I think that will sort of set you free over here by number 1. And you can see, I think it's all about clear perception over here. If you don't have the vantage point, get it. Because it is available to you right now. And the more you're able to see things from this point of view, the less you will feel as if you're running out of time. The less you will feel as if, it's not going to happen for you. All the false things we make ourselves believe, right? To feel safe. So all those illusions will be falling away by number 1. Shuffle some oracle. See if I missed anything. Okay, pile number 1, we have card number 10, Kundalini Shakti. Card number 8, Kali Kapali. And we have card number 25, Kamala Devi. So like I said, you will be making more money after marriage. I think that is very clear over here. I think both of y'all will be making a very good amount together. And there is a lot of intensity, and there's a lot of this spiritual intensity that will be amplified by you being together, and you will be able to achieve more, you will be able to do more, and you will have a lot of your energy activations and initiations that you need to further grow on your path and become a true master. Because you do have the card of the Kundalini Shakti, so like I said, you will be getting more into the occult, more into the metaphysics of everything after marriage. And there's going to be this curiosity to want to know more, to practice more. Because in a way, the projection of reality will be ripped off from your eyes, and you will be able to truly see things for the way they are and not how you want them to be. There's going to be this cessation of your desires in a very positive light that is going to help you really enjoy your marriage and not be so wound up and caught up in how you want things to be. So you're going to have a great awakening before you even meet your person. And that's what all of these difficulties are sort of pointing you towards. Whichever road you take, it will take you to your true love by number 1. And I think that's what you need to realize. It's just, you need certain experience to know who you are, and once you know yourself, you will also know the person that you're going to be marrying. I think that itself will be a cue. So your clairvoyance itself is going to be like off the charts by the time you meet your person. You will just know. There's a clear knowing over here. But this will only happen once you burn everything down first. And then create from that nothingness. And again, this is a superpower that you have, that you're quite literally the phoenix. Right? And it's very painful to be the phoenix. So, like I said, the vantage point of things, that is what is going to really help you over here, pile number 1. There's a lot of awareness over here. I think you already know. So just embrace that a little more, and even if things are not as you want them to be, just accept it, because there's a release in that once we accept what a situation is. Free yourself. You're too advanced to keep yourself stuck, pile number 1. I think that's the message over here. And I don't think marriage is going to be the biggest deal for you in your life, whether you want it to be or not. It's just going to be one of the things, but there are other things that you're here to do. And I think getting married is going to help you do those things even more, to fulfill your soul's destiny and purpose. That's all I'm getting for pile number 1's. Any other message? Yeah, that's all I have. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in learning tarot from me, if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, definitely sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on my Instagram, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the Edmund Delac Tarot, this is your reading on who will you marry. And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce that 27th of September, I will be offering my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning the tarot from me, definitely sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on my Instagram, and you can do the same if you want a personal reading from me. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and now let's begin this reading on who will you marry. Okay, pile number 2, we have the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, 5 of Wands. We have the Sun, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, the Strength, and we have the King of Wands. I think the Lovers card is very interesting to start the reading. You definitely have a lot of 7th house placements. I can definitely say that, pile number 2. You're meant to have love in this lifetime, even if it feels that you're not supposed to. You're really supposed to even go through, a few partners, if you may, to really unlock the ultimate person that you're going to be marrying, and still be in love with all the partners before you love your future spouse. So there's a lot of learning that is happening for you in the arena of love. You could have even a lot of 5th house, 7th house placements. I'm getting strongly those placements. You could also be very beautiful, very handsome, very, very good looking, very charming. I don't think you've really struggled with having people approach you. I don't think that has been the problem. It's just maybe the person not being the right person, but even the wrong person is sort of leading you to the right person. That is what you really need to know over here. I think what will be mirrored between you and the person that you will be marrying is you both are going to be very ideal and romantic. You both are going to be always looking for new avenues and places to sort of discover. There will be this very 9th house Sagittarius energy that you both will be into. So a lot of travel. You could even meet each other by traveling or going abroad, all those things, or even meeting someone from far away online. I think those are the ways that you will be coming across your future spouse in. There's going to be a lot of transit for both of y'all when you meet, and there will be like a common transit where you do end up sort of meeting. So there's a lot of travel energy. I do think both of y'all will be really into traveling, and you'll be traveling even more after you get married. You need to look at your 3rd 9 axis, your Gemini Sagittarius axis. I think there's a lot of activity happening for you there. You could even have prominent planets there. You could even have your Rahu Ketu there. So there's a lot of this themes of travel, exploring enough to sort of end up meeting your person. And I'm seeing Pocahontas in my head. So your person could be maybe like a different skin color than you, maybe a different race, maybe an age difference. There will be some disparity between y'all, but you will sort of fit into each other perfectly. And even if there are a lot of difficulties, if timing is a factor, all those things it will all sort of play out for you at the right time. So even if if you're being like super needy for love right now and you're not getting it, just wait. It'll be more rewarding for you to wait and just pour into yourself in the meantime and continue to do so. I know people are like, how much more do I need to pour into myself? But there's no limit. There's no limit to what we can love someone else, and there should be no limit to what we can love ourselves. Right? So you need to love yourself enough every day. And with the Knight of Cups, again, I do think you might not hit it off right away. I do think, you both will project a lot of your own stuff onto each other, and you might not take your person seriously, your person might not take you seriously. So there's going to be those games and conflicts of love that usually happen. So, but it is going to lead to stability, and it is going to lead to happiness. And we have Sun in the center of the reading. The reading does not get any better for you in terms of love. Pile number 2. You're really meant to have this love, and it's going to be permanent, like the sun, right? It's going to be there in your life, and it's going to be like a predictable cycle, like how the sun has. I think your person is going to really push you to have new beginnings and to take the leap of faith with things even more, push yourself and really make yourself go out there even more. Really push you out of your comfort zone, but also check you, keep you grounded. And your person will also teach you better ways of doing things. You will not always go down the hardy route to maybe get what you want. You will be taking a more sophisticated, gentler approach, and you'll be given the knowledge to do that. And I do think your person is going to be your biggest fan, and they will be your biggest supporter, and they will really support you because you're meant to be a leader. Pile number 2. I think all of this is being orchestrated so you realize your true leadership. And only when you realize your leadership will you have someone to, rule over with. So you will get your consort once you unlock the throne for yourself. You're really meant to be on the throne, pile number 2. And I think the more you realize that, the easier things will get for you. Even in work and all those things, you're really meant to climb the ladder and to really be the only last man standing, so to speak. So your ambition is going to pay you off majorly, and like I said, I think you're keeping yourself small. I think you have to manifest more. I think you have to ask more for yourself, and it will be given very selflessly because you asked for it selflessly. You haven't asked for things very selfishly. So find your boundaries, know your boundaries, and try to push them. Because sky is truly going to be the limit in terms of where you can go, what you can do, what are the possibilities for you. And if certain projects are not working out for you, just focus on the other new things. Because you are in this very intense creative time, and you will have a lot of things to create and a lot of collaborators to create with. So really use this very fruitful time that you are in, pile number 2, to be very honest. And I think love will happen naturally if you just follow the course of the natural action that you need to take. And I do feel love will fall into your lap, and I do think your person is going to come to you. You wouldn't have to go to them. It's just you both will be traveling, or you both will be in this sort of movement energy. There will be a lot of movement in both your lives, and you will sort of, catch a glimpse of each other. I do think you love your safety, pile number 2. I think you really love your safety. So the person is going to help you expand, even find new things to make you feel secure. And I do think you do have this strong mastery energy, and with that I feel your person will even challenge you to do better, to do more, to be more. You're going to become really fearless after marriage. You're going to really, really test the boundaries, so to speak, over here. But there's a lot of travel, there's a lot of flights, there's a lot of air energy that I'm seeing over here. So you could have Jupiter in the 3rd house, Mercury in the 8th, 9th. There's a strong reception between Jupiter and Mercury in your chart. You could have a lot of Jupiter, Mercury prominent placements. Even if they are in like a debilitated sign or something, it is still a very powerful Mercury and Jupiter that you have, and travel and communication are going to be major themes for you. I think the more you lean into that, the better chances you have of finding your person, meeting your person, all those things. You will be making new discoveries, you will be pioneering new things. I think you're very close to meeting your person. I think the more you are in your daredevil energy, the better chance you actually have of intercepting your person during your transits. That's what I would definitely say over here. And I do think both of y'all will have a lot of commonality. You both will want the same things, want to do the same things. There wouldn't be a lot of strife and disconnect between what you both don't want, or not seeing eye to eye about things. You will just get each other, see each other, and feel each other without saying much. So it's going to feel like a very telepathic communication that you're going to be establishing with each other as well. I'm looking at the wings over here on the Fool card, so there's going to be a lot of ascension for you and sort of really fulfilling your soul's purpose in this lifetime, in this very life. You're going to have a lot of complete experiences, so you will again be able to detach at a later age in your life, and in a way also like reach that point of liberation, very close to liberation, I would say. So you're here to really like live all your experiences, the good and the bad, the intensity, the polarity of it all. You're here to experience it all, so you can be free of it. So there's nothing really left for you to feel or see or experience on earth. And I do think your soul realizes this. Your soul came to be super busy in this lifetime, for sure. There's a lot of this energy that I feel of just running around. So definitely take some time out for yourself as well, pile number 2. I think that will again, even if it seems counterintuitive, it will actually help you get back on the road even faster and to do more. And in a way, I feel you will be able to share your experience. You will be able to really share everything that you have learned and help people really better their own lives. So you're doing great stuff, pile number 2. You're really doing big things, and the more you allow yourself to keep winning and to sort of be in that winner energy is going to work out everything for you, including meeting the person, even things just being arranged for you, right? Things falling into place, you getting help from the right people at the right time. So there's a lot of this, you being well taken care of energy in the universe for you always. And I just think you're more aware of it now. So even if you don't get what you want, you will get even something better. And you just have to know that, even if it's not exactly at the time that you want it, pile number 2. I think the person you will be marrying will really help you really step into your leadership role and take command of things. You're meant to be in charge of a lot of things, pile number 2. And you will be getting the right support, like I said, at the right time. Even if things are not working out for you, something better will. And you have to move through that knowing that is what is going to really help you. And we'll shuffle some oracle. See anything I missed. So we have only one card, which is card number 39, and that is Moksha of Kali. So You're here to have all your lived experiences, all the material world, everything that the material world has to offer. You will live it, you will experience it, and you will experience it thoroughly and completely. So you will not crave it anymore. You will not have the taste for it anymore. Right? The more we keep eating something, even if it's your favorite ice cream, it leads to sickness. Right? You will not enjoy eating your favorite ice cream if you keep eating it like for 100 days every day. It just won't have its oomph, right? So this life is going to be you're really going through all your experiences and living through the extremes and polarities, and you could even had a moment in your life where you were completely broke and then you're just like super rich, and you're supposed to experience those things. You're supposed to experience that extremity of things, even a lot of traumatic things in the childhood. You're meant to have greatness in your adulthood. There's going to be like a opposite parallel being drawn over here, like a reflection. So there are a lot of these things that you will be able to make sense of why things had to be the way they were, and you will be developing this intelligence within yourself even more, and again shooting for the stars, really shooting for the stars, and wanting more, wanting to go beyond everything that you have conquered, which is a lot by number two, by the end of your life, I would say. So you're going to be very pleased with how things play out for you in this lifetime. And I'm talking really years in the future that I'm able to see. So you're going to be very happy with the choices that you end up making. Makes sense. Lovers was the first card in the reading. So I think either way, you will be moving towards your final liberation. Whether you take the fast cut or the long cut, it's all leading you to the same destination, whether you like it or not. So the more you know, the more you will be set free by number two. And here we have a lotus, and lotuses, they bloom after a lot of dirty, mucky water. Is sort of like the prerequisite, right, for lotuses. So all the mess will be a prerequisite for all the goodness that is about to come into your life by number two, and all the goodness will be overcompensated for all the mess that you've had to experience. So prepare yourself to get more pampered, to get more love, to ease out a little more, to just maybe enjoy life. Like, if you're not having fun while you're doing whatever you're doing, what's the point? So remind yourself to have fun at all times, even if it's difficult to have fun in certain moments, I guess. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, that's all I'm seeing for pile number two. Is again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in getting a tarot reading from me, if you're interested in learning the tarot from me, you can definitely sign up. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number three. If you chose the Hermetic Tarot, this is your reading on Who Will You Marry? And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce that 27th of September, I will be offering my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you're very welcome to join, and you can hit me up on my email to get more details. You can do the same. If you want a personal reading from me, you can also hit me up on my Instagram. And now let's begin this reading on Who Will You Marry? Okay, pile number three, we have Three of Swords starting the reading. We have the Star, Last Judgment. We have Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Wands, and we have the Three of Cups, Sun behind the deck. Let's start with you first. I think you've had a lot of extremes. I think you're still experiencing a lot of extremes in your life. Just a lot of good experiences, a lot of bad experiences, and like, you're being swung between the two. And I think all of this is happening in a way for you to be more centered no matter how good or bad an experience for you is. And I honestly don't think life has been easy for you. I do think there are a lot of difficulties you've had to overcome. There's a lot of this losing it all, gaining it all again, sort of an energy that you have. Pile number 3. So, what is going to lead you to the person that you will be marrying is a lot of heartbreaks and honestly a lot of experiences. And also spiritual awakening, because we have 3 of Swords and we have the Last Judgment. So, you're here to have love experiences. You're really here to love and lose and love again. And you will find your forever person. It's just we all have certain things to do on earth, and for you particularly, you're meant to go through honestly quite a few partners, and it all does feel very karmic in nature. We do have a lot of Saturn energy, and we have a lot of the Swords energy over here. So you need to control your mind, pile number 3. You really need to control your mind. You have to learn to control your mind firstly. Only then can you control your mind. So learn to meditate, learn to slow down, learn to take it easy. I think there's a lot of this nervous, anxious energy which is not helping you at all. I do think you have a beautiful mind. You have a beautiful mind, but a beautiful mind also comes with a lot of pain. And you have lived it all. It's just, I think you're also waiting for the right time and the right person. And I do think that is more near than you even realize. It's genuinely more near than you think. I would even say a few months, honestly. If you are single, you will be meeting someone very, very soon. I think 2026 will be a good year for you in terms of love. I'm getting the period from 2026 to 2029. So that'll sort of be the window for you to maybe settle down if that's what you want to do, and find a partner. I do think you could be under like a Venus Mahadasha or a Venus Antardasha for this period of time for sure. But again, I think everything is extremely karmic for you. I think every relationship that you've also been in, pile number 3, it's been a lot of work. Yes, there has been love, but there has been a lot of sacrifices as well. And I see you often questioning, do you even want this thing altogether at all? And it doesn't have to be a major part of your life. Pile number 3, you particularly, I do think for some of y'all, your 7th house could be extremely empty. You could have an empty 7th house in your birth chart. But for a lot of y'all, I'm getting, you could even have prominent planets there. So I'm getting both. But these 7th house themes are going to sort of drive you. You have prominent Taurus or Libra placements. You're very Venus ruled. And I think what you need to understand is that just waiting sometimes is the best thing you can do till you get a better offer than to settle down. Despite you having the need to settle down. I really strongly feel that. And I do see you've had a lot of heartbreaks. And it doesn't get easier at all, if at all, it only gets more painful. As I know. So maybe just understand the bigger picture and detach. I think that's the best thing you can do in such situations, because yes, you will fall in love with quite a few partners, and you will go through the whole cycle of those things, and that will liberate you in a way. It will. And honestly, you will have more offers than you even could handle. So in a way, the choice is up to you, whether you even want it. And I think by the time you do meet your person, you will be so done. You will not even want to be with your person in a way. I think you're going to be the one who's going to be giving your person a hard time instead of the other way around, even though you have been given a lot of hard time in your relationships. I do sense that all your relationships, no matter how loving they have been difficult, they have been karmic, and they have in a way destroyed you. Love destroys you. It's just what it does, and not in like a emo sort of a way, but it does that because the path of the tower is corresponding to the path of the empress on the tree of life. So the love that nurtures can also destroy. And I think you're supposed to experience that sort of a duality. And that's why you've had such relationships, right? So you will be in a very clear place. You will be more focused on work. You will be less focused on love by the time you meet your person, and you will really be over it. You will not want to be in love, to be very honest. You're going to be really like I do see a lot of intensity, and I do see a lot of this desperation to want love and to manifest it, and I do see you have been doing that. It's just it wasn't the right time, and the right time will only happen when you're doing really well in your career, when you're happy with yourself, you're content with yourself. I think that's when your person is going to knock on your door. And I know it feels like some kind of divine joke, and it probably is, but it's just a part of your karma to balance out, and sometimes it's easier to just maybe accept the situation we are in than to keep thinking of something that could have been, because then we are making ourselves suffer even more. So all of this theater is only happening to in a way exhaust you and make you surrender, basically, because that's what is required. You really have to surrender to the process, and only then will you truly get what you want, because you don't want it anymore. Pile number 3. And I shouldn't be laughing, I know, but it sometimes you do have to sort of not take things so seriously, you know. And I think you're very sorted. I think you're doing really well in life. I think you don't really have major problems besides maybe just wanting to be in a harmonious relationship. But in a way, what you are chasing is running away from you. So if you stop chasing it, it won't run. And you will not be attracting the wrong kind of partners either. It doesn't have to be painful. And you don't have to make yourself suffer more. So deeper realizations is what is going to help you navigate even your marriage better. Because honestly, I do think you will be marrying someone who's going to be a little less advanced than you spiritually, even consciousness. They're going to have a limited sense of consciousness, and they will not be able to fully grasp you at first, even if they grasp you the most. You are sort of unknowable in a way, because again, there's a lot of this 12th house energy. I think you yourself don't know yourself at times. So you are a mystery even to yourself, and you're going to be a bigger mystery to your person. And your person will have to learn you in a way. They will be schooled, so to speak, to be with you. So honestly, the more you run after it, the less you're gonna get it. And I think the day you stop wanting it, I think the next day you will get it. I think your spirit guides are very clear over here. And I think what you need to do is focus more on your healing. Because you will get married and it will transform you. And I'm honestly getting, even if you're very old, you will probably have a kid, if that's what you want. Or you'll start a business or something. There is this energy of you both creating the third. So those themes are going to be very major for you in this life. Could be your last one too. But I just sense a lot of tiredness over here. Like I do feel the weariness in your soul. So what will help you is not seeking, not looking, and genuinely detaching. Because the more energy you put into wanting to get married, I think the less it'll happen for you. So you really have to like do the reverse thing over here, pile number 3. And I do think there's a lot of this karmic stuff that is going to be coming up for you in relationships like it always has been. But because you've done the right thing, you will be meeting the right person at the end of it all. And I do think a person is going to be naughty, a person will trouble you. I'm not getting that they're going to be, super saintly all the time with you. So they will give you a bit of trouble too. And you will just be super mature by the time you even have your person. So in a way they will, in fact what they will do is they will make you more playful because you've hardened and you've become very serious, and there's a lot of the Saturnian energy within you too, in a way that needs to be balanced. So your person will teach you how to live again too, because in a way you will be forgetting that as time passes, and the weariness just possesses you. So don't let that happen. Keep yourself happy and focus on the good. Focus on the other things in your life that are working. And for a lot of y'all, it's your work. So focus more there right now. Whenever you're watching this, it's a timeless reading. So whenever you get this message, focus on the work and the love will come to you. And you will get married sooner than you realize. So, a bit of a difficult message, but easier to know the truth, accept the truth, and to free ourselves from suffering than to, keep yourself in that circle, wasting energy, wondering why things are not happening different for you when you're doing the same things. You just have to excuse yourself from the cycle itself. Pile number 3. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 3, we have card number 20, Chinnamasta. We have card number 30, Nitya Kali. Card number 37, Dharma of Kali. And card number 23, Badlamukhi. Firstly, you might want to check out my fixed star alcohol reading and the Chinnamasta reading that I did on my channel. I think it was last year during May. You definitely will have some messages there. It's a sword scrying reading where I'm scrying using my sword. So definitely check that reading. You might have some messages there. But coming back to this reading, very interesting cards. Again, I was talking about the cycles and excusing yourself from the cycles, and that's what the oracle cards are saying with the Chinnamasta card and the Nitya Kali card. In a way, you have been put through all of this, and you will be resurrected in a new body, in a way. So all your experiences will be super useful. Everything you've had to go through will be accounted for, and you will be able to share it with other people in a way that helps them grow. So understand the grand design of why things are happening the way they are. And I was speaking about circles and being centered and not feeling the extremes, but detaching and seeing the good and the bad as all as one. So again, it's a very spiritual message for you, pile number 3. And it's going to be a very spiritual marriage for you because there is inescapable karma with the person that you will be marrying. And your person will totally be your type. It's not that. It's just that itself in a way is a karmic trap for you to balance out your karma. And there are certain duties that you will have to do after marriage. So your duty list is going to increase. And I know a lot of y'all would do it happily, but there will be times when you will not want to do it. So really be careful what you wish for, because you will get it, pile number 3. It's very clear from the cards. And you're meant to have love, even if it comes in at the last minute. It's still going to be the best love that you've ever had. I do think a lot of even your current experiences are happening and are preparing you for what is to come in the future and to make you more stronger. Not in a way to scare you, but to realize your truth and realize who you are and how strong you really actually are and why you truly need to be fearless and go after the things that you really want. Because even within that is something for you to gain, pile number 3. If there are certain stops right now, it's karmic. If you're not getting love right now, just wait. Don't try to make things happen that are not happening. Enjoy the pause. Learn to enjoy the pause. Learn to slow down and learn to stop. So the Batlamukhi energy will help you with that. Stun your own mind. Like I said, there's a lot of this mental energy. Stun your own mind. That's what you need to do. Take a pause. Pile number 3. Take a break. You really need it. And recenter yourself. As the center of your universe. Even if you forget in all the noise, bring yourself back. I think that is very crucial for you to do, especially right now, whenever you're seeing this. And just like that, your person will come into. And I'm really trying to fish for information about your person, but guides are really not revealing and being naughty and letting it remain a mystery. So you will be very happy with the labubu that you get. You'll be very happy with your mystery box labubu, future spouse, that you will be receiving very, very soon because of all the hard work that you've done. But follow restraint and detach more. Follow your higher calling. That is what is going to lead you to your true marriage, nothing else. Because the material world will just keep consuming you. So just be aware of that, pile number 3. Very interesting reading, definitely. Guides asking me to stop, so yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3's again. It's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in learning tarot from me, if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can definitely reach out. You can send me an email to get more details. And yeah, I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you.